So hello everyone, welcome back. So we are back again with another tutorial for Linux basic commands. So the first command I will show you guys is the add user command. So what the add user command does is that it will help us create a new user for the system which will not be root. So it will not have all the permissions which the root has. So the first user, for example, let me say I will create a user named Jack, and then it will ask us for a password. So I will give it a password and it will let me retype it, and then I will just do these. I will do Y because the information is correct, and then it will give us back to our home directory basically. And so we now have another user named as Jack in our system, but we still are operating as root right now. So how can we change from root to another user? So to do that, we use another command known as the su command or switch user. So su, let me say I have Jack, so I will write JACK, and now I have actually converted to the user Jack. I'm no longer root. So how? So let me demonstrate permission which is denied to it. So in the previous lesson, I told you that the animal text file had the right permission denied to it by another user, right? So let me go to the animal file right now. So and if I do nano animal, see here the animal file is unwritable. It will show us this error. Why is it showing us this error? Because we are not the root here, right? So the root basically has all the permissions, but we do not have the right permission here, so we cannot edit the file right now. So basically we will just close it. And how do we close it? We just go to Control X and we have exited the animal file. And now, so how we can delete one user? So that is an interesting question. So I have created one user and I have switched to that user, which is Jack. So how can I switch back to the root user? Let me show that first. So su root. So it will ask me for the password, which is the root's password, right? So let me type the password for the root, and now I am the root user again. So now to delete the Jack user, we use the command known as userdel. So we type userdel Jack. So what happened is that the username Jack was deleted from the system, and thus we are left with our root user only. So moving on to the next command is cp. So cp is the command which will help us to copy a directory or file to another directory. So let me demonstrate that. First let me cd into tutorial and cd into China. So as we do ls, we will find that there is a file here named covid. So we will copy this covid file from China to another directory. So how do we do that? First let me go back a directory, and we are back in the tutorial directory right now. And so we do cp China /covid. Basically what we are doing here is that we are providing the path to covid from the directory which we are in right now. So as we are in the directory tutorial, we will not write the tutorial directory before China, and we will start from China. So using that, we give the path and we say China /covid, and say that we are moving this copying this file into India. So we will write here India, and as we cd into India and do ls, we will find that the covid file has been copied to India. So this is basically the utility of cp command. So the next command I will be showing you guys is the mv command. So mv command is very fun actually, because it will actually help us do two basic operations. So one of the operation is moving a file or directory to another directory, and another is to rename a file or directory. So I will first show you how to move a file or directory. So let me do mv china slash covid. So basically it is similar to cp. Instead of cp we are just writing mv, and then into india. So as we cd into china and do ls, we will find that the china directory is empty. And as we go back to the tutorial directory and cd into india and do ls, we will find that the covid file has been permanently transferred to this directory india. And the next feature is that how to rename a file or folder directory. So we are going to rename the covid file in india. So let me do that. We will write mv covid. So what is the format here? Basically the format here is that we will write mv followed by the name of the file which is in use currently, and followed by the new file name. So as we hit enter and do ls, we will find that the covid file name has been changed into covid-19. So that's the basic utility of the mv commands. And so that's the end of the today's session. I will soon hope to meet you in the next session.